Okay, Tuesday, May 31st. Getting back on trail. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning, so made pretty good time getting back on the trail today. So flew in last night into the Roanoke Airport, got in around midnight, stayed at the Hampton Inn, ate a good breakfast this morning, and took an Uber to the trail here in Daleville, and getting started, I guess. I'll call this round 2. So since got home there after Roanoke, approximately 1/3 of the trail, which I think we are officially coming to 1/3 of the trail within the next mile or two here. But anyway, I had stashed my trekking poles and knife and a couple other things in the woods, so I was happy to be able to find those with no issues this morning to get started. So anyway, we're back at it, so I'll keep you guys posted on what happens next here. Well, it's about 11 a.m. First day back at it after the break, and I got about 8.6 miles in, just crossing a beautiful little stream here. So trail's been pretty kind today so far, so hopefully that continues. I'm afraid to say anything, but it's been not bad so far. Anyway, I'll be back. Well, it looks like the trail now is following the Blue Ridge Parkway loosely here for a while, so I get these car overlooks. So pretty neat. So just sort of follows this around and back into the woods up here. So we'll see if it keeps doing this or what. Yeah, the trail's been crisscrossing with the Blue Ridge Parkway all day, pretty much all afternoon anyway. So you can see we'll cross the road right here, Appalachian Trail, and we go back into the woods there. Parkway continues there, and probably not too far from now we'll be crossing the parkway again. Well, it's shaping up. It's going to be a pretty big day today too. I passed by the shelter at 19 miles where I was thinking about camping, just because it was only like 3 o'clock. So still hiking, and got probably about 22 miles in, and the next shelter area is at 25. So I got to gather some water here in a little bit. Thinking about another half mile there's going to be water, and it's been a hot day, so I'm going to drink some water, take some water, and looking to get 25 miles in today, my first day after the Memorial Day break. So starting out with a pretty good day here. I'm getting a few views here late in the day. Got just over a mile to camp here, but it'll be a 25-mile day. Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 1st. So I've been on the trail for about an hour. It's about 8 a.m. now, so got on the trail about 7 after doing 25 miles yesterday. Stayed at the Cove Mountain Shelter. So it's kind of a noisy night last night. There's a bunch of animals running around and stuff. I don't know what they were, but well, after about 3,200 foot climb, we reached the top of Old Apple Orchard Mountain, and there are, looks like, some old apple trees here, and be great views out in the distance, but it's a little hazy today. So then also there's a big white thing up on top here. Not sure what that is. Yeah, there's the big white thing, so don't know. Coming up on the Guillotine. Named this for obvious reasons. Let's see if I can make it under. All right, I made it under. All right, about 19 in today. Still hiking. But I got a great view here. A little hazy for those distant mountains, but beautiful view still. Good morning. It's Thursday, June 2nd, and ended up getting right at about 20 miles yesterday. Actually got to where I wanted to camp, and then a thunderstorm rolls in, like before I even got my tent set up or anything. It's pouring, which maybe was good. It had been 90 degrees all day, so can't say that the rain really bothered me that much. So I just sat there till it stopped to rain and then set my tent up, which worked out fine. And on the trail early this morning, about 6:30 got started. And today is supposed to be another hot day. I didn't have cell phone service, so the original forecast today was supposed to be another day up in the 90s with a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. But after today, it is supposed to cool down a little bit with highs in the low 80s versus the 90s where they've been. So hasn't been terrible being up in the mountains, but still been pretty hot. Just have to make sure you drink a lot of water. So today we're gonna cross in about 11 miles. It's called the James River. It's the biggest, I guess it's the biggest footbridge on the Appalachian Trail, if I have that right. And after that, there's a big climb. And probably where I end up is get up on top of that climb somewhere and camp up there is my plan for today. So anyway, it looks like it's a beautiful day. Great day to take a walk in the woods. So be back with anything interesting. Yeah, it's definitely time to be worrying about ticks. Pretty much no way to avoid brushing up against everything all along here. So, and there have been people finding ticks. I've been trying to be as careful as I can. Haven't seen one yet, so just check myself good. And I did spray all my clothes with a fresh coat of permethrin, which that should help, but you know, not guaranteed for sure. So, but anyway, so just probably one of my biggest concerns out here is just ticks. There's so many people that get a tick-borne disease on this trail that's probably definitely the biggest concern. So I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, getting a few views there this morning and a nice breeze to boot. Okay, here we go on the James River footbridge, the longest footbridge on the Appalachian Trail. Actually a pretty big body of water. Walking along this beautiful creek here. Okay, I just stopped in Glasgow, Virginia. At the trailhead there, I was stopped taking a break, and I knew I needed about another day's worth of food or so to get to Waynesboro, Virginia. So I had to get off the trail somewhere. So I ended up meeting this guy that was dropping a couple of hikers off. Gave me a ride in town, which is about 5 miles. And then he left me there and gave me a ride back in 2 hours. So basically I was in town from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I managed to get some supplies at a grocery store and ate a pizza at the pizza place across the street and a ride back the trail. So it was absolutely awesome, and allowed me to get the supplies I needed, get a hot meal in town, and then get back on the trail with really not losing much time. So I should still be able to get my miles in today. It was just past James River where I got picked up, and that was a little over 11 miles for me for the day. So now I'm back on trail at just a shade after 1 o'clock. So should be able to still get my miles and accomplished all that. So awesome. All right, just climbed this mountain. We had a thunderstorm about halfway up here, and I had to hunker down for about 20-25 minutes, and I guess you can see the remnants of the storm over there. It wasn't too bad, really. It just one of those things you didn't know how bad it was going to be, but hunkered down in some smaller trees down off the ridge until it passed over. So no big deal, but came up here and then got these awesome views. Got a little over 20 miles in for the day now, and a couple miles to camp. So I'll see what else happens here. All right, I'm about a half mile from the shelter area where I'm going to camp tonight, hopefully, and they've put out this flowered path for me to follow to get there. So that was very nice of them to do this for me. So I'm just going to walk through the flowers and go find myself a nice spot to tent. So it's going to be 22 miles for today, and really good day. We'll be able to get 22 in plus the stop for food at the store. So excited about that. So anyway, I'll be back to you guys in the morning. Good morning. Got about a half mile in this morning. It's about a little after 7 a.m. and it looks like the trail still is cutting across the Blue Ridge Parkway occasionally. I didn't see it all day yesterday, but this sign is what the other crossings in Blue Ridge Parkway look like. So we got Punch Bowl Mountain Overlook here, 2,136 feet. So anyway, we got a bare trash can there, so I think I'm going to stop and get rid of my trash, even though I don't have much. It's only from yesterday, but I might as well get rid of it. So trail goes down there. So it's Friday, June 3rd, and we've got about 63 miles to Waynesboro, which will be our next stop. And so the math's pretty easy there, 21 times 3. So don't know exactly where I'm going to stay tonight, but my plan is something in that neighborhood. So anyway, I'll be back with anything interesting here. Just a beautiful trail this morning. Forgot this was even coming up, but looky there, 800 miles. And also somebody did a little pine cone art here. 800 miles. Well, after quite a climb up this mountain, we at least get a view. It was a big 2,500 foot climb to get up here today. Got about, it's about 1 o'clock. I've got, I think, 14 miles in. Yeah, I wasn't even expecting this. We just ended up on top of these mountains and had these views for a ways now, it looks like. Pretty awesome. Good morning. It's Saturday, June 4th, and been on the trail for about an hour now. It's about 9 o'clock, so ended up getting 25 miles in yesterday. I didn't check back in because I actually ran into a guy that I hadn't seen since Damascus. So we've been hiking together half of yesterday. I'm going to hike together a little bit today. But calculated my miles a little bit incorrect. Yesterday, I thought I had 63 into Waynesboro, and I actually had like 67. So I did 25 yesterday, but I still have 41 to go. So I'm going to try to get half of that today. So anyway, got some big climbs coming up, but I'll check back later on. Okay, coming on down off of Priest Mountain. I'm told this is the last 4,000 footer till Vermont. Got to verify that, but I believe it's correct. After the toughest climb we've had in a while, top of 3 ridges, 3,965 feet, but really no views, but super tough climb getting up here. Pretty cool view here. All right, good morning, Sunday, June 5th. So got on the trail about 6:45 this morning, a little after 7 right now. And we've got 21 miles to Waynesboro today. So a town day, staying at the Quality Inn there in Waynesboro. I've got somebody picking me up at the trail at 5:30 today. So it's about, I think it's about 5 miles into Waynesboro. So shouldn't be a problem. I should have plenty of time. 21 miles by 5:30. Ended up doing 20 yesterday, and really hard climb there at the end of the day. And I was hiking with a friend that I hadn't seen since Damascus. So we had a day and a half, good day and a half of hiking pretty much together there. And we're actually separated today because he's not going to get into Waynesboro for a day after me, so he's hiking a light day today. But we hope to meet up later in the trail somewhere. We exchange numbers and stuff, so pretty cool. So after Waynesboro, I've got a package being sent there, 4-day resupply. Be out of there and into the Shenandoah National Park. Starts basically right after Waynesboro. So tomorrow I'll probably take my time getting back on trail, try to get some laundry and things done in the morning. And I can't go to the post office till 9 a.m. anyway. And get back on trail later in the day tomorrow and get a few miles in or something. And start the Shenandoah National Park. So that should be pretty exciting. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back later. Look at this. Came back out on the Blue Ridge Parkway again. It's funny. Been away from it for a while where you think you're done walking it, and then all of a sudden you pop back out in the woods and you're back on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this is the Three Ridges Mountain. So that's what we climbed yesterday. I believe over there is the actual mountain we came off of yesterday. It was a tough climb. So anyway, our elevation is looks like 2,800 feet. Yeah, here's the trail for most of today. So the day I'm trying to make time to get to town, it's just very slow going. Probably getting about 2 miles an hour right now at best, so hopefully that changes a little bit, but this is what we're dealing with. Well, let's see what this view has for us this morning. Oh wow, land is much flatter out there than I was expecting. Pretty neat. Well, it's given me some hard work, but some views today. If you look over there, that's a ski resort. Pretty neat ski resort, and looks like a row of condos up there. Pretty neat. All right, just a quick wrap up from my hike today. So ended up doing 21 miles, and I meant to do a wrap up from the trail, but just forgot. Time got away from me. Got to the road in Waynesboro and met my shuttle at 5:30 and got to the hotel room here. And the same shuttle driver is going to take me back to the trail tomorrow at, it's going to be 10:30 in the morning because I got to pick up a package at 9:30. And we'll be back on trail tomorrow, probably by 11 a.m. and starting the Shenandoah National Park. So it should be pretty cool. So looking forward to that, and we'll update you guys from there.